Okay, as you can see here, I've got the backer up for the logo design, and also I have up here is the actual logo for the artwork it's going to set on top. Again, we're kind of modifying and changing the design of this guy here a little bit, but we're going to come up with a more unique, I think, and creative way of doing this. So with this up here first, this part here, I'm going to do a file, and I'm going to do a save as. I've got to get it into a format that I can take back and put it on the Rabbit laser. So right here you can see I've already got a file name set up. I'm going to hit save. I'll make sure I'm on my thumb drive, and I'll hit save. What's real critical in this step is to make sure that with Adobe CC that we change it from Illustrator CC to version 8. Version 8 is the version we need to be in order for CorelDRAW to read this and convert it to an accurate DXF file that the laser engraver can read. So we'll go ahead and do that. Save that file. Hit OK. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this. So, File, Save As. We'll come up and make sure we got the right logo done there. Hit Save. Hit OK. And again, switch it down to version 8. Hit OK. So it's saved both these files off to the thumb drive. And now we're going to go back to the laser engraver and we're going to cut out these two files out of some 1/8" MDF. Ultimately, this is what we're trying to shoot for. We're able to take some scrap 1/8" MDF. We're going to cut out what's called the backer part here and also the top part there. Now, we saved these two files to our thumb drive that we just did. And now what we're going to do, let me grab a piece of scrap. We're going to take a scrap piece of MDF like you see right here, and then from that we'll cut out these two parts as you see right here. So again, a piece of scrap like this becomes into something that's valuable and create a piece of art like this. Okay, so let's get our thumb drive and get it into the computer. Okay, now as you see up on the screen here, I've got CorelDRAW X3. So I'm going to go ahead and open that file. I'm going to go back to my thumb drive and I'm going to find the two files, this one file here which is the logo. Let's go ahead and get the backer first. I'm going to get the backer. So I've got the backer. When it comes up from Illustrator you can't see it. If I zoom way out, there it is right there at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Control A to select it all. Then I'm going to do a Control G to group it. And then I'm going to place it using the P key right in the center of the screen. So let's zoom up on that and take a look at it. Well, since it's just basic line artwork, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and export that file out to, I'm going to call this one version 2 right here. I'm going to export it out, and it says that I want to place that. I'm going to say yes. AutoCAD 2004 is fine. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then now I'm going to go to LaserCut 5.3 and I'm going to import that file that I just created, which is the backer, as you see right here, and place it. Now I'm going to use my thumb wheel and zoom out, my mouse wheel here, and zoom out, and then basically place that up in the upper corner. The upper corner of this screen right here corresponds to the area that you see right here. Now as you notice, I didn't put it all the way up in the corner here. I've got it right up to the side. So I've got it up here, and I'll kind of get it squared up, and then I'm going to set my settings. Let's go check the settings here. Well, it comes up with some artwork identified. If I want to, I can zoom this up right here, and I've gone ahead and set my speed to 5. You can't see that. Let me click here. Set it to 5, my power to 85, my corner power to 0.85, and then for overlap 0. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Now any given time, if I want to change this background color, I can come over and pick another color like maybe light blue. And as you can see, it changed. That's fine. Now to get it onto the controller in the laser engraver, I'm going to go ahead and download that artwork. And when I do, there's already a job in the controller, so I'm going to delete that and go ahead and download the current job that's up on my screen, the backer. So I'll do that, and I'll go ahead and X this window out and close it. Now there's a command here called Run Box. When I click on Run Box, the machine will run a temporary view of what the laserable area is going to be. So let me go ahead and hit Run Box. Okay, that's excellent. It shows the amount of space that I need to laser out my product. But before I do that, I'm going to do what's called a Z-datum to make sure that the laser is calibrated to that particular NDF. So I'll come over here on my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and minus this down, Z-minus it down, which lowers the table, as you see there. And then right above this, I'm going to select the Z-datum right there. So I'll click on Z-datum, and the machine will come down and register the file. Okay, so now the laser's adjusted and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the lid right here. And I'm going to come back over here. I know that I'm in the right area. I'm going to hit the start command. So I'm going to hit start, and my cameraman, Caleb, is going to try to get a view of that over here. And I don't know if you can see that very well. Caleb is moving the camera around where it shows the part is actually lasering engraving on the particular material. We've got a reflection on the screen, so I'll try to hold my hand over. Now you can see the actual lasering of the part. Let's use this as kind of a shadow here. We can see it lasering. All right, this way we don't have to look at the fluorescent lights above the laser engraver. So right now it's cutting out the part that we're going to need. It's going to work out pretty well. Try to zoom down on this a little bit. And there you can kind of see it cutting out the part, going over. It's using the air assist nozzle to blow the smoke away. Always make sure you have your smoke collection system turned on over here on the side of the wall by our laser. So that'll collect the smoke so that it doesn't smoke up the room or set off any fire alarms or anything like that. Okay, the job is almost done. All right, looks like it's complete. Here, I'm going to go ahead and open up the door. You can hear the beep. And let's see how our job turned out. As you can tell, the part has dropped down onto the screen mesh. And I'll just move this over here. Sure enough, it did a great job. So now I've got these centerpieces here. One is in here, so I have to poke it, and it pops right out. That's a good looking part right there for the backer. Now I'll set that aside. I'll go ahead and get another piece of scrap MDF, and we'll set up to cut out the RP, or my logo name right there on this one. Okay, put that underneath here. Gently slide it up to underneath here. The honeycomb mesh kind of sometimes makes it hard to makes it hard to get it in place. What I'm going to do is go ahead and get ahead of the game and Z-datum this one off. So I'll go ahead and Z-minus, and then I'll Z-datum again. And there you can see it's re-registering the part. That's good. Now I'm going to go back to CorelDRAW. I'm going to say close this file. I've already saved it, so I'll say no. I'm going to go ahead and open up one off our thumb drive here, which would be the logo, just the logo itself. Go ahead and open that up. Now I don't see it again, so I'm going to do a Control-A here. Now I'm going to group the graphics, do a Control-G. Then I'm going to place it right in the center using the key, the P key. There it is. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and do a save, do an export. We're going to save that off to AutoCAD DXF. We're going to replace the one we got and say OK. Now, with that done, we'll go over here and close, go back to Laser Cut. We'll close, and actually we'll just go ahead and open the new DXF file, which should be, actually cancel this. We'll create a new file here. We'll save those changes. That looks good. Do the backer. Save it. Yep. Now we've got our new file up. Now we're going to import using this command right here. Import. We'll go get our DXF, just the logo. Open that up. And again, we're going to use this command to see the whole laser bolt area. Zoom to table. I'm going to move it to this first square, right underneath the first square. Place it there. The cut and everything is remembered from the last job. let's get rid of the backer on the controller, so we'll download this new artwork here. Delete all, convert it to graphics for the laser, load the controller, X the window. We'll run our box, see if it's in the right area, and look there, it ran the box just fine. We're going to go ahead and shut the lid here, and we're going to go ahead and start the job. So my new cameraman, Gabe Taylor, is going to come up here, and we're going to look, oh sorry there Gabe, we're going to look at it lasering out the RP. Okay, now it's down working on the part of the P below, and you can see that this laser is an outstanding laser. This is the Rabbit Laser USA. If you go to their website, rabbitlaserusa.com, there's a gentleman named Raymond Scott. He's the guy that owns the company and sells and trains you on how to use this laser. It is an outstanding laser. I cannot say enough about it, how hard it works, how hard it runs, and it costs a fraction of the cost of maybe a universal laser, and also a fraction of the cost of, say, an Epilog laser, but gives you as equal, if not better, performance. I strongly recommend this laser engraving system. I've actually purchased 2 of these machines because my students do phenomenal work on these machines. This laser here is a 40-watt laser, which is ideal for cutting MDF, either 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch cardboard. It's ideal for cutting plywood like Luan plywood, either 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch. Does a fantastic job with Surmark in lasering, etching onto like stainless steel or metals. And as in a maker shop, when you got a machine like this, this is one of the first machines that students gravitate to because it can immediately produce designs either from Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, or even SolidWorks and AutoCAD. Okay, let's see what our job looks like. All right, we'll move this over here and we'll pull this up, and sure enough, there is our artwork, upon which now we can glue on top of this, and we'll be ready to glue it onto our tissue box. Okay, let's go ahead and go back and get to work.